Hey guys, Blessing here, and how are you all doing? But of course, before we start, let's do the intro on YouTube first, and then we can get started. But you cannot watch it here on Facebook. So let's just wait. Let's wait. How is everybody on Facebook? Hope you guys are fine. How are you guys enjoying yourselves? How are you feeling? Hope good. I hope everybody is well and kicking. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Okay, welcome back, everybody. I don't want to be getting these notifications on my laptop, please. Eh? Okay. Let's get started, guys. Welcome. Join in. We are back. I took a break yesterday because Nigeria was playing, guys. If you can hear from my voice, you can tell that I need sleep. I didn't sleep on time yesterday. That was one of the longest matches I have watched in recent times. And I was busy yesterday, like very busy, doing lots of stuff, and then ended my day with football. They first played 90 minutes. And after the 90 minutes, if nobody scores, like, okay, if it's a draw, they would play another 30 minutes to see if someone would score. After the 30 minutes, they now started, I think that was when they started the penalty. And in between, they have breaks in between. So it was a long night, a long day. I watched the entire thing. Nigeria lost. It wasn't a very good day. I didn't go to bed happy. I was like, why? Because they played such a good game. That's why it's so painful. Like, if they had gone there to mess up, like, if they had done rubbish there, I would have been like, okay, you guys, in the first place, you didn't even deserve to win. But this one, they did a magnificent job. They played well throughout. And for them to be missing their penalties, that's the one that just, I'm like, how? Fire this shot. The guy just kicked the ball like he was passing something to his girlfriend. Like, no, put some power. That thing painted me out. Two guys did that. They did that. Hi, God. And they lost. Okay. So I couldn't come live yesterday after then. It was late, so I went to bed. And today, I almost still did not come live today, guys. I've been busy. Thank God it's almost weekend. Tomorrow, I don't have anything planned apart from something I have to go for. And after then, I have you guys, like, yeah. So, but I just said, okay, you know what? Let's come today and just try see if we can finish this series on our Jollof boyfriend, and then tomorrow we go back to what we were talking about before this what should I this distraction. This Jollof boyfriend is a distraction. We were on wife of a pedo, and after tomorrow we are coming back because lots of gists. But before we start with our Jollof boyfriend, let me just give us, where are those videos? Yeah. Let's just watch this one to start getting ourselves ready for tomorrow.
So, Janice Brown has described herself as a troll and has, shown patterns of online harassment. She reportedly grew up in a dysfunctional household experiencing significant trauma, including exposure to domestic violence. According to accounts, her father was abusive, especially when intoxicated, often directing violence toward her mother and brother, and, engaging in harmful behavior toward Janice herself. Janice has acknowledged that her brother coped by internalizing much of the trauma during their upbringing. Unfortunately, it seems like the unresolved effects of her childhood trauma may now be influencing her own parenting, as concerns have been raised about her 3-year-old daughter facing similar emotional challenges. There are observations that Janice engages in persistent cyberbullying even though she's a mother of 2 young children, ages 3 and 7. The extent of her online behavior really raises questions about the underlying emotional distress and just how much past trauma might be impacting her actions today.
Wow. Past trauma. Sounds very familiar with all these people who are trauma bonding. That's what they are all doing. Oh, I went through something similar. Oh my God. When I was married, my ex almost took away my children. Oh, yeah, trauma bonding is what all of them are experiencing with one another. Guys, I hope I don't fall asleep on this live stream. I should be in bed now, honestly. So I'm just going to keep it brief with this one, and hopefully we finish like within an hour. Let me get some much needed rest and sleep so that I'm energized for tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be hot. We are not done with wife of a pedo, because if you're a pedophile, you should not even be married. You should not, because children are in danger when they are around you, even including your own children. So we are coming back there tomorrow. We've not finished. And all the YouTube stories. I saw somebody sent me a screenshot. I was like, are you serious? I've told you guys to stay away from my content. Oh, it go plenty. We are coming tomorrow. Okay, now back to Jollof Boyfriend. Where have you guys seen Jollof Boyfriend lately? After those appearances that brought, go see my voice. I don't even like the way I'm talking slowly. Like normally I don't even talk fast, I don't talk loud. But now to be extra slow like this, I don't want to please, but let's just finish. Let's finish. So last time that we were here, I think the day before yesterday, we mentioned that Jollof Boyfriend hoped that Joe Biden could save him. He hoped that, all these African people, all these foreigners, all of them went and voted for Joe Biden, hoping he would be their Lord and Savior. Unfortunately, Joe Biden did not answer him. But let's read the letter that he wrote to Joe Biden. Let me see who is on Facebook. So I'm going to invite you. If you're on Facebook now, I might have to invite you to come over to YouTube. Let me see who is here before we do that, so that I can focus on one device. Let me see. We have Margarita. She says hello, blessing, and hello to you, babe. Hope you're good. So very soon we might have to switch and come to YouTube. But for now, let's just stay put, and I will let you know if it's necessary or not. Okay, so let's read the letter. I think I read a bit of it last time, but today we are going to read the rest of it. Let me increase the brightness of my device. Okay, better. An open letter to President-elect Biden. First, congratulations on your win. So you guys remember that his diploma was withheld by Harvard. He could not just get his certificate, and they could not certify that he had completed his time there. Well, time is a word, but yeah, there's nothing to prove that he went to Harvard. Maybe he can show some pictures, but his name will not be forgotten quickly there, because 3 women accused him of sexual harassment, sexual assault, and possibly rape. Yeah, and because of that, he was denied his. He wasn't even allowed to graduate. He didn't attend the graduation ceremony. That's how bad it was. Okay, so he was hoping that Joe Biden could overturn that decision, or could mean something in his life, or could feel sorry for him, or could, maybe someone like me, maybe I would have felt sorry for him, President-elect Blessing Njo. Maybe I would have felt like, everybody deserves a second chance. But it wasn't just one. And I think that's one thing a lot of people will have an issue with. Everybody can make a mistake. Everybody can fall at a point in their lives. Everybody, nobody is bigger than that. And everybody deserves a second chance. No doubt about that. No argument on that one. But where it becomes difficult to just decide or conclude that, you know what, this guy deserves a second chance is where people find out that it wasn't just one woman, it was three women. It wasn't just this sexual harassment case. No, it was a fraud case on his neck, theft, conspiracy, so it just shows criminal behavior. It shows a criminal pattern. It shows criminal intent. It shows someone without integrity. It shows someone you cannot trust. It shows someone who is not honest, someone who always wants to find the easy way out, the fast illegal way to make money or to have their way. He wants to have sex. He's just going to, even if she's not awake, I'll just choke my thing. Even if she said stop, I just want to kiss, I don't want to go further, he will choke his thing. So it says a lot about the character. It's not just about, oh, okay, he was young and give him a second chance. No, it's about repetitive behavior, repetitive bad behavior, and that would just make it even difficult for future, or let me say prospective employers to even consider him. It's just too much. It's just too much. So yeah, he was hoping that Joe Biden would lose some brain cells and just say, you know what, Harvard, I'm using my oh, hold on. Okay, but that didn't happen. No. Okay, let's read the letter. It says, Dear President elect Biden, first, congratulations on your win. Hold on. Okay. I am writing about a policy you aim to reinstate. I would like to share my experience in hopes you reconsider. May 2013 began with joy for me. I was set to graduate from Harvard on May 30th. I had a job. I had a job offer at Goldman Sachs. I had been admitted to Harvard Business School, and my peers chose me to speak at graduation. So you can tell that this guy is a bright kid. I think I said that before. Like someone with potential, someone that could have gone far in life. Someone that, they just have that star, that thing that pushes them. But unfortunately, he keyed in to using that thing about him negatively. There are children that there's just something about them that pushes them forward in life. But if you go and channel that thing about you, that special thing, if you channel it to the negative route of life, you're done for. And that's what he did. That's what happened to him. Or that is what he brought upon himself. It's not like it just happened to him where he was eating eba. No, he brought it upon himself. Yeah. Okay. I had been okay, and my peers chose me to speak at graduation. It was the culmination of years of pursuing the American dream, reaching the hopes my parents had when we immigrated in search of a better life. Yet it all came crashing down. Let's go to the next one. In April 2011, the Department of Education issued a Dear Colleague letter dictating how universities ought to investigate allegations of sexual misconduct. The letter pressured schools to use an investigative approach that has resulted in many innocent students being expelled and suspended. Oga, Are you or were you one of the innocent students? Okay, let's read. Suspended. In the years since, accused students have filed over 600 federal lawsuits against universities, winning hundreds of court rulings. On May 17th, 2013, Jay Ellison, then a Harvard dean, notified me that I was the subject of informal allegations of sexual misconduct, allegations which could become formal by graduation. Days later, I ran into a friend with whom I had had a sexual encounter. She said that while she initially thought nothing of the encounter, a university administrator was now pressuring her and others to make formal complaints. Just like that. Just like that. Like, really? So, the university administrator was just calling all the girls you have ever slept with in this life or when you were studying with them and just started to pressure them. This part doesn't even make sense. I don't get it. Is it not one thing that leads to another thing? Something led to even that conversation to commence in the first place between the administrator and this girl. They will just wake up and start looking for the people you had sexual encounter with. Really? And just start pressuring them. Okay, let me continue. Me, I don't have energy this night, you can see. I just want to finish reading it and get this one over with. I don't have energy to even analyze, but let's just do this and finish so that tomorrow I sleep. Like tonight, I sleep, and tomorrow I have enough energy. Okay, graduation day. I learned I would not yet be receiving my degree. Later that week, Mr. Ellison said there were three formal allegations against me. Harvard's disciplinary body, the administrative board, would investigate. Each encounter was consensual. That's what he said, guys. Listen. Each encounter was consensual. Is this statement, if he can prove that this is the case, number one, and if all those girls could stand as witness for him to say, yes, each encounter with us was consensual, that would have been sufficient for any judge to overturn the decision of Harvard. Or is the guy trying to tell us that, okay, in my opinion, it was consensual, but the girls, all the three girls, don't think it was consensual? Or is he trying to tell us in this letter that the school just made up a lie about him? They're just lying against him. I don't get it. Let's read. Each encounter was consensual, and I was eager to clear my name. How about the encounter of the one who said she was sleeping and she woke up and found your cassava displaced inside her kpekus? That one said she just woke up and she just felt drilling when she didn't hire anybody to, to work on her, to service her. How about that? You mean all these three women just decided to lie on you? Did they want to blackmail you? Do you have evidence that, like how? Like three women, all of a sudden, they just started to, and initially there were two of them, and later a third one also filed. Okay, let's continue. Okay, and I was eager to clear my name. I expected a level of fairness and due process, but I was wrong. A single panel held interviews, acting as prosecutor, investigator. Hey, God, I forgot that I was still on Facebook. Jesus. Okay. At this point, everybody will come to YouTube. Guys, if you're on Facebook, come to YouTube. I almost forgot about everybody on Facebook and I already started running my mouth a bit. Come over to YouTube, but you know where to find us. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye. Facebook, they need to grow. Honestly, they need to grow up like YouTube. Eh? We are not babies now. You already told us if you are not more than 13 years old, you shouldn't use Facebook. So which one is all this censorship? Okay, let's continue. Okay, a single panel held interviews acting as prosecutor, investigator, judge, and jury. I could not know the identities of witnesses against me. Oh, sorry, I ate pepper soup before I came here. The thing is, it hasn't digested. Wow, this is serious. Let's read. I could not know the identities of witnesses against me. I could not cross examine or submit questions to accusers or witnesses. I could choose a personal advisor, but not one who was a lawyer. Uh-uh. Harvard ignored its own written guidelines. The school required that complaints ordinarily be timely. The time between encounter and complaint in one case was 626 days, which was like 2 years. Okay, but okay, let's go back. He said the school required that complaints ordinarily be timely. Did the school also specify how many months, weeks, days, years they consider timely? Maybe timely for the school is 5 years, but maybe for you, timely is not 600 and something days. As long as the school didn't say you must report or you must lay your complaint within 10 days, and the complaint came 600 days later, then you know the school has a big problem. Then you already know. But the school, I'm not sure, otherwise you would have mentioned it here. The school said timely. So now define timely. So I don't think you can really hold that against the school. But let's continue to read. Maybe we'll find a place where the school really specifies, when you should complain. Where did I stop? Okay, the school required that complaints ordinarily be timely. The time between encounter and complaint in one case was 626 days. In another, 365, which is a year in between. Harvard stated Harvard stated investigations should take 3 to 6 weeks. Mine took 6 months. And the entire process, including my appeal of the school's decisions, took a year and a half. I was working in New York, so this was all done via Skype and email. Okay, so what? What should we do with this information now? I don't get it. You were accused of sexual misconduct. I don't understand. Does it expire after 1 year? Does it expire after 3 years? It is when somebody wakes up. You don't know how trauma works. Some people, it's after they marry Onyimbo and Onyimbo dumps them that the trauma is triggered all over again. Some people is when they start touching social media money, they will sit on the floor and start narrating how their father abused them, how their father was not there for them, how their father blamed them for the abuse they endured under his nose. You don't know how trauma works. Go ask people who have experienced trauma. It's not the same day something happens to some of them that they start to act like, oh my God, I am losing it. Only God knows. Only the women can explain why it took them that long. But we can't hold it against them, and neither can you. So this your letter talking about after 600 or something. And so what? Does it remove the thing you did, or the thing they said you did? Does it make it? I don't know. So if this is the kind of argument this guy took to court, I'm not surprised that the court sided with the school. I don't get it. Did you do it or did you not do it? That's what you should be standing on. Like, okay, bring those people who are accusing me, bring them, let them come and say it. This thing, I didn't rape you, I didn't take your pekus without your consent. You will show evidence. You will evidence. You will show text messages between you and the people, like, show that this thing we both agreed. That's what I want to be hearing here, not they reported after 600 and something days. And they said investigation is supposed to take 1 month, but in my case it took one and so maybe it took so long because there were three women and not one. I don't get it. Hey, what you are trying to argue about is not even what you should be. This boy. Anyway, the time I already read this. Where did I stop? Okay. Mine took 6 months, and the entire process, including my appeal of the school's decisions, took a year and a half. I was working in New York, so this was all done via Skype and email. And you were also stealing in New York while you were working with Goldman Sachs. You were going through something heavy already. You didn't get your degree. You were under investigation. That one did not deter you. It did not ring a bell in your brain to tell yourself, hey, I haven't even collected my degree, you, because of this thing. Let me behave myself in this place that I'm working. Or maybe they will pardon me, that they will say, okay, even without your degree, as long as we know that you've gone to school for 4 years, just stay here and continue working with us. Let me behave myself and be of good behavior. You didn't tell yourself that. You were there, still working in New York, and you were still stealing upon sexual misconduct. Okay. I already read that. Early on, I realized the outcome of the process was predetermined. I read about men expelled despite no evidence of guilt or despite evidence of innocence. I learned about the Dear Colleague letter, which urged schools. Where's the next one? Let's go to the next one. Which urged schools to use a single investigator, discouraging live hearings and cross examination. In 2014, when 28 Harvard Law School professors condemned Harvard's newly updated sexual misconduct policies as lacking the most basic elements of fairness and due process and being overwhelmingly stacked against the accused, I was more certain about the degree of bias I felt. Okay, who were those? 28 Harvard Law School professors. Okay, now let's continue. Denied my degree, I learned that accused students could find relief in court, but I didn't have $50,000 for a lawyer. Ah, could this be the reason he decided to do what he did at Goldman Sachs? Goldman Sachs, in need of money. Hey, could there be a link, guys? What do you think? Hey, God, oh. Let's read. Denied my degree. I learned that accused students could find relief in court, but I didn't have $50,000 for a lawyer. A lucrative hedge fund offer solved that problem, but the offer was rescinded since I lacked a degree. Oh my goodness. Depressed and desperate, I foolishly oh oh really, guys, you see that me, I didn't read these things. I didn't read them before. Hey, truly there is a link. At least that's what he's saying now. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Okay. This is giving us a twist, I think. Hmm. Depressed and desperate, I foolishly tipped off a friend on impending stock moves. Wow. Months later, I left finance for a career in TV. Oh, that's why, told you guys, or we read last time that he was banned for life from performing in that finance field. So he switched to TV. Oh, oh, oh. So the reason, anyway, from what he said now, the reason he stole at Goldman Sachs, or let me say he stole information, or let me just say, I don't think he stole because the information was available to him. The reason he illegally sold information to a third party was to make money to be able to pay for a lawyer. Wow. In order to get his degree. Hmm. Hey, this is like a movie, oh Jesus. A lucrative hedge fund offer solved that problem, but the offer was rescinded since I lacked a degree. Depressed and desperate, I foolishly tipped off a friend on impending stock moves. Months later, I left finance for a career in TV, writing for Blackish and The Simpsons. But my insider trading charge coincided with the Kavanaugh hearings, and journalists eager for Me Too stories documented my fall from grace, focusing on the Harvard allegations. Which one is Kavanaugh? Please help me. I don't know that one. What's Kavanaugh hearing? Hmm? Could it be the same insider trading, whatever? Okay, so while the insider trading hearings were ongoing, the what do you call them, journalists and the press, they were more interested in his history, which I said the other day, that thing will always come back to haunt you. Always. Even if you do something in future and you are innocent, and you are maybe innocent in that thing, the fact that this history is on your name, people will always regard you as the bad guy. It's There's just going to be a stereotype on you. You're going to be prejudged. It's just what it is, unfortunately. Wow, wow, wow. This is a serious. This guy, go and write a book. Write a book. Write your own movies. Let me advise you now. Friendly advice, because I'm beginning to feel a bit sorry for you. You are talented. You don't need, well, actually, sometimes people need like big corporations, but don't wait for a big break. Don't wait for your social media to blow. You want to link up with a prostitute that you think has a following. You see all the people following that girl, the people you think they are fans, they are agberos and useless touts. They have nothing to offer you. They have nothing good to give you. Maybe they will be helping you replay your movies. If you drop them on YouTube, they can do that one for you. But eventually, when YouTube and the algorithm discovers what is behind it, that it's just repetitive false replays. You know what that would mean also for your monetization? Not really the monetization, but for your earnings on whatever you post there. Because computer now is no longer dumb. Not that it was ever really dumb, but it's smarter now than humans. You understand? So that's all they can really maybe do for you. That all of them will say, yeah, you have 200,000 views in one day. That's all they can do for you. But anything other than that, forget it. So what you should be focusing on now is how to refine your talent. That God-given skill you have to create, that creative part of you, polish it and cook up something for yourself. You might have to work first. Even if it means becoming a cleaner somewhere, don't be too proud. Gather money, because I don't think any bank wants to give you a loan. I don't know how it works in America. You understand? You need to work, get a job, eh? And build. Even if it takes you 5 years, put money together, have a plan, and bust out something entertaining. And you might just be able to build yourself back on your own name. Because if you want to rely on others and rely on other corporations, and they will always come back and bite you in the nyash, because this thing they will use it against. But if you're on your own, look at Tyler Perry. Nobody can tell him anything. Nobody can tell him anything. Fine, I know that people can be cancelled and anybody can be cancelled, but at least to some extent, you'll be able to win some things for yourself than they just throw you out of the cooperation, they just throw you out of the deal, and you are left in the rain. Go and work. Start with that. I don't know why people think they want to, or they have to make it first on social media because before they make it in life. What if social media doesn't work for you? What if you don't make the money there? Then you have to go back again and start from the scratch. Eh? Go and work. You're a man. Work. Me sitting in front of the camera like Cheta. Useless. That one is already useless. At least that one has a wife to feed him. Do you have a wife to feed you? Do you have a woman who will be feeding you and you will be sitting in the house every day in front of your phone? You don't. So this is the time of your life to stand strong on your 2 feet. Roll up your sleeves. Do something. Make money and save. This is not the time to be running after kpekus. Not that you go and make small money now. You are looking for kpekus on dating sites. You think, oh my God, this one looks like a free kpekus. Let me bring her to my house to come and cook jollof. And after then I lick. You have to be focused in life. There will be a time you will have numerous kpekus as much as you want. You will even be telling them, no, it's too much. I don't want. But this time of your life is when you should just say all these distractions, cut them off and just focus. If you have a goal in life, you have to create a goal for yourself. Build, work, save money, and then start a project. And then when you settle and balance, then you can start entertaining all the ashawos in Brentwood. Eh? You're not a baby. I heard you are like 34 years old. You're a man. You're not a baby. You're not a boy. You're a man, but you're not a real man yet. You're not. And for you to become a real man, it's not a woman that will give you the title. Maybe after marriage, you think, okay, now I'm a real man. No. You have to make it. You make that title for yourself. And it must show. And you don't make it by going to look for which bekus. No. You don't make it by looking for clout and how to build an Instagram page. No. If you have it, followers will follow you by themselves without too much advertisement or too much noise or too much nonsense. Because what you are bringing close to you now is rubbish. You're bringing street quality prostitutes in your circle when you should be rolling with the top shots, the big people in LA. Look at the yama yama you are doing rubbish in your kitchen with. Is that how you want to be seen? Use your head, eh? You've made too many mistakes in your life. This is about to be the next one. Be careful. Simple, friendly advice. Eh? Don't go and chop the jollof that will hook your neck again. Before you know it is another story they will come and write in the book, and they will come and tell us what you've done. Because that one now, she is the headquarter of rape. That Cora that you were with the other day, go and read that book. Everybody raped her. Maybe you will be the next. Be careful. You know your history. I foolishly did I read that? Okay. But my insider trading charge coincided with the Kavanaugh hearings. Oh, Kavanaugh should be someone going through something similar with Me Too, right? I think this time, what's the name? What's the name of that lady with I can't remember. Head. I think her surname was Head. That actress and this guy, can't remember his name now. But Kavanaugh might be another woman doing Me Too in that period. So it was really trending. Anyways, but my insider trading charge coincided with the Kavanaugh hearings, and journalists eager for Me Too stories documented my fall from grace, focusing on the Harvard allegations. Employers could stomach insider trading, but not alleged sexual misconduct. So my American dream became a lasting American nightmare. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, sexual misconduct is not a joke, because it's collecting somebody's kpekus. You know the kpekus is attached to their body. So it's a serious thing. Insider trading, okay, it's bad, it's theft, it's that means you can be trusted. It says a lot about your character. But at least it's a money thing. The company will make the money back. You will make the money and lose the money in court. And okay, some people can overlook. They still know that okay, you have bad character, but they can at least maybe just feel like okay, whatever, everybody can maybe tell a friend about something. But you see that one that you go and collect something that is attached to a woman's body. Ah, hey, hey. And you are not like the ugliest boy that you cannot go and look for quikus, that you must collect the one that. Anyway, he's saying is alleged, but you were found guilty, and even the court sided with the school, and you didn't get your certificate. That says a lot, eh? So my American dream became a lasting American nightmare. The next page. Denied my degree. Oh no, we already read that. Betsy the Foss reformed Title IX to bolster due process, winning praise from across the aisle. I'm surprised that you want to undo that, Mr. President elect. Hey. Okay. I'm surprised you want to undo that, Mr. President elect, when Tara Reid made an allegation against you, talking about Joe Biden now, made an allegation against you. Your colleagues cited due process. Why should accused students be denied that? Your defender said Mrs. Reid lacks credibility due to inconsistencies in her story. Yet, according to the trauma informed investigations popular with colleges, a shifting story is evidence an accuser is telling the truth. Of course, a consistent story is also evidence an accuser is telling the truth. There lies the rub. Here. Oh, lo, 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 lo. Let's read this one. Additionally, while injustice is injustice, no matter who suffers it, there is a racial disparity to Title IX that I am sure you'd be uncomfortable with in any other form of punishment. In 1 year at Colgate University, Black men accounted for 4.2% of students, but 50% of reported sexual violations from 2009 to 2013 at Clarion College. 7 of the 12 students tried by the school for sexual misconduct were black, even though black people made up just 5.9% of the students. What a okay, you didn't do math, or I don't get it. So you are comparing the percentage of students to the number of black students. Wait, you're comparing the percentage of black students in the school to the number of black students that were what investigated. Let me see which word he used. Seven, okay, were tried. You're comparing those two parameters. So you don't know that those ones that were tried, possibly they did it multiple times. I'm not saying it happened. I'm just saying you cannot do the math like that. Like, oh, okay, because the black students in the school were just 5%, how come the number of black students that were tried was like 60%, of all the students that were tried in total? Because 7 out of 12 students were tried, which is more than 50%. That's not how you do the math, Olga. I don't get it. I don't know what. Hi, God, this boy. The argument for decreased due process for Title IX proceedings is that campus proceedings aren't criminal trials. Yet, the idea that campus rights should be lower because campus stakes are lower trivializes the consequences of expulsion. This boy, you be like say you dey talk too much. All this plenty talk. Um, Trivializes the consequences of expulsion. You lose years of prep work, study, and tuition, and suffer lifelong stigma. You're cut off from a community to which you have strong ties, and you must explain why. It's all the guilt of a criminal proceeding with none of the protections that increase the accuracy of a criminal proceeding's outcome. Blah, 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 blah. Plenty talk. Jesus. And of course, even criminal findings are regularly proven false. Perhaps I'm the wrong messenger. Had I not committed a crime, these allegations may have surfaced much later. Yet, that misses the point. The Dear Colleague letter calls education the great equalizer. It is. Another student may have had a rich uncle to work for in a worst case scenario. All I had was my education. Oh boy, I feel sorry for him, honestly. Without it, life spiraled out of control. I feel sorry, honestly, reading this, I do feel sorry for him because that could have, I don't want to say that could have been anybody because because maybe people will be listening, will be like, no, 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 that could not have been me. I wouldn't have done that. But honestly, just as a human, I just kind of feel sorry for him, you know, 4 years of college and nothing to show for it. Not just nothing to show for it, but your future. That one is the part that for me, that one is the big sentence. You losing your certificate, okay, you just tell yourself, okay, I lost 4 years, fine, I'll go back to school and get another one. But this one, maybe you can go back to school and study theater arts or music or dance. But the thing that will make him that man that he foresees himself to be, the thing after his heart, his passion for his future, he has lost it for life. I do feel, yeah, I feel somehow for him, to be honest. I'm not kidding now. I do. But there's always light at the end of the tunnel, Going through something like this or having gone through something like this doesn't have to mean the end of your life. Let me just encourage him small because at the end of the day, he's human. And yeah, Nobody is perfect. Nobody is a saint. Everybody saints in different ways. Everybody does something. It might not be theft, it might not be fraud, it might not be sexual misconduct, but in the eyes of God, all sins are equal. All. You understand? Nobody is a bigger sinner. Are you a sinner or not? In the eyes of God, it's humans that are now classify. Oh my God! Oh, you just told a lie. That's not bad. Oh, you bite someone. But in the eyes of God, sin is sin. You understand? But in his own case, let me just say this: that at least he's alive. He has life. And there's a saying in Nigeria, very common or popular saying, that as long as there is life, there is hope. There is still a way out. They didn't like ban him from working at all. Only that it would have to be his own work or his own company or someone that would just say, you know what, F it, whatever they said you did, I will still employ you. But he cannot practice as a financial expert. That one, he should forget it in the US at least. But there could still be a way out for him. God could still just bring someone across his path that could just give him a new hope. So hopefully he doesn't lose all hope. He looks like he's trying to put himself back together. Hopefully he doesn't make stupid choices again in his life going forward, to mingle with the right people, because there was a time that this prayer, I was praying it daily in my life and it worked. And it's a prayer point. A lot of things people take for granted are prayer points. That prayer point is, God, as I step out today, bring the right people across my path. Because some people will come into your life. They are the ones you need for your entire life, for your future. And I can assure you that major things have happened in my life, like milestones, just because of people that God just brought across my path. Like if I had to tell you guys major things, I would be like, oh my God, blessing, you would not have been here if not of this person. So it's a powerful thing. So the people you welcome into your life matter. The people you mingle with, the people you breathe the same air in and out of your system with together, the people you let into your space, your aura, taking and sipping from your energy and adding negativity to how you look, how people see you, it matters a lot. People take it for granted. Don't be vain, young man. Don't go after, oh, followers, I want followers, I want clout, I want publicity, I want visibility. Don't focus on things that matter, like things that truly matter. Because the easiest way to fall again the third time is looking for clout, being desperate for clout online. Go to real people, people that matter. Link up with people that can change your life. Go and look for people like Obi Kubana. I'm not mentioning Obi Kubana because he's a billionaire. No, I'm mentioning him because he also has a grass to grace story. And he's known for, really building young people. You don't know what people like that can do for you. He has a very positive image also. He's a mentor. You don't know what people like that could really do for you. And someone like that is not afraid of, oh my God, if I mingle with this boy, he's going to spoil my reputation. No, because he's made. You understand? He would rather use his influence to help your life forward. But you mingling with an Olosho, you cannot help Olosho. Olosho cannot help you. It will only make things worse for you. That's where you have to be sharp now. You cannot afford to make certain kinds of mistakes again in this your life. Like God has given you 7 lives, and it's almost like you're on the 6th one or 5th one. Don't play balls, don't play games with it. Take it very seriously. Every decision you make, every move, before you make that move, overthink it. Tell them, I need to think about it. I need to pray about it. Give yourself days. Don't rush into anything, because any wrong move you make can be detrimental. Overthink things, because you don't have the number of opportunities and possibilities, and that other people, that regular people have. Everybody is on you. All eyes are on you. You're scrutinized and judged more than every other person in the room. So you have to be extra, extra careful. Let people despise you for being overtly careful, for being too scared. It's okay. So that you don't make another silly mistake. Go to people that truly matter in society, not beggars, not people who still need people. They too, they are trying to hustle for their career. They don't have a career. There is no career. They are begging people to, oh yeah, just be streaming, be putting it on replay, just be playing and playing and playing and playing. They will carry their wibbly wobbly 70-year-old father enter music video. Nothing will still happen. Nothing will still. They will still beg, beg, beg before they even enter 200,000 views. At this stage of her so-called career, 200,000 views, 15 million followers worldwide, 200,000 views at this stage. That's where you want to choke your head, brother. Eh? Receive sense now. Receive sense. There are some things, your eyes should be sharp. You should know what's up. You should know people who are doing well. You should know people who are just, make believe and just also chasing the clout and just trying to patch up and manage. And, you should know. When you see people doing well online, they don't need to introduce themselves to you. You will just know. That's the only advice I will give you. But let's read the rest of it. Another student may have had a rich uncle to work for in a worst case scenario. All I had was my education. Without it, life spiraled out of control. In a world where college allegations can bar your access to the great equalizer, people should have more tools to defend themselves from allegations, not fewer. And then he signed it. Next one, written by Damilare Sonoiki. One follower, one follower. He's following one person, and that person is following him back. And two people clapped for the post. That means the post didn't go viral. It didn't get attention. You should have just used social media. Which one is? You used your website, dsonoiki.medium.com. You should have just used social media. Maybe you also did anyway, but this is what you have on your website. It didn't gain momentum, I guess. I think. Okay, so we asked AI now to help us a bit on this matter, to see if Harvard did the right thing, if they are justified in their dealing. So we asked AI, can a university withhold your degree for sexual misconduct even after completion of studies? Because this boy already finished everything. He already qualified to get his degree. It was 2 days before graduation day that he got a letter that says, Oga, people have submitted informal complaints against you, sexual complaints against you. So we have to investigate. So as long as they are investigating, he cannot get a degree. But at least he finished school. Nobody can deny that one. But he cannot prove that he finished school. Okay, so we asked. AI said yes. A university can withhold your degree for sexual misconduct even after you've completed your academic requirements. But whether it's lawful depends on the country, the university's policies, and due process rules. General rule for most countries: completing coursework does not automatically guarantee degree conferral. Universities usually reserve the right to withhold degrees if, remember that now universities now then get their degrees. Oh. You went to school doesn't give you absolute right to that degree. The people issuing you that degree are still the people from the owners. They are the custodians. So don't think, oh, I finished school, so I have the right. No, you have to be of good behavior. You signed up for that. You agreed to their terms before they let you into that school. Okay. Universities usually reserve the right to withhold degrees if there is an ongoing investigation, if a student is found responsible for serious misconduct, including sexual misconduct, if the misconduct occurred while you were enrolled, even if discovered later. This authority is typically written into student codes of conduct, enrollment agreements, university statuses, or regulations. So, Oga, you signed and you agreed to all of this. Now, let's see country specific notes. In the United States, it's common practice that schools can withhold your degree if allegations of sexual misconduct. So his own argument now is that the way the school decided and agreed with the women, he was disagreeing, or he is disagreeing. He's saying, no, yeah, we all agree to chop bekus and cassava. So I don't agree. But he is saying that he didn't really get a fair process or fair hearing. That's his own argument. So yeah, it's his word against the women's. But I'm like, okay, for women to just wake up 2 years later, 1 year later, there is just maybe there is more to this story actually than meets the eye. In the UK, oh wait, let's read the US. In the US, it's common practice. Courts often side with universities if due process was followed. And in this case, court sided with Harvard because court believed that due process was followed because Sonoiki, this boy, Jollof boyfriend, he could not prove that the school broke any rule against him. He could not prove. His own accusation was that the school disclosed information to third parties, but he could not prove that that information was confidential. He couldn't. So, anyways, in the UK, universities can withhold awards but must comply with fairness and proportionality standards. In the EU, including Netherlands, they are more protective of student rights. Withholding must be legally grounded and procedurally fair. You see? You see? EU. Ah. Anyway, maybe yeah, I don't know how they might have judged his case if he had studied in a place like that, like this. And then in Nigeria and in many Commonwealth systems, universities retain broad disciplinary powers, but court challenges are possible. Okay. It was all over the place, guys. Cleveland Browns linebacker Michael Kendricks and former Goldman Sachs analyst Damilare. This boy, he aged though in this period. Damilare Sonoiki charged with insider trading. We got the details. Swipe to read Michael's apology. So Michael apologized, but the person who sent me this did not swipe. So we don't have that apology from Michael. Wow. Okay, and that brings me to the end of this series about Sonoiki. Yeah? What's the time? An hour. Oh God, my bed is closer than I thought it would be. Okay, let's read some comments before we go. And tomorrow, by the grace of God, tomorrow is Friday. Hopefully, I'm able to. Hopefully, I have energy and will come here again. If you don't see me tomorrow, you will see me in the weekend. Let's see comments. Ooh, good. I made tea and I completely Forgot about my tea. Ah, Jesus. Life is good. Life is good, though. Hello, Cheryl, my sister. How are you? Blessing is tired. Blessing is not her usual self. I've overworked myself today, honestly. And this terrible weather. But I'm still hanging in there. Karen, how are you? Tekachi Williams, hi, good to see you. Paulette, welcome. Jacqueline, hi. Ilona, Lucy. Oh, you didn't get a notification. Oh, wow, nice. You just stumbled upon us. Nice. Cheryl, the information. Janice, Jean. Oh, let me see. Kathy. Kathy says, let me see. I need to talk to you, to talk privately with you. Use Messenger if possible. Okay. Send me a message on Messenger. Yeah. Use Messenger. I'm not regular there, but at least once or twice a week I check my Messenger. So now that you've said this, I'll try to check it tonight before I sleep, or latest tomorrow. So just send me a message. Drop me a message. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Mariam Rahim, hello. Dina Boyles, hi. Good to have you. Sexy Fox, hello. Tasmanian, I subscribed to your channel today. I watched your live. I loved how laid back you are. Oh my goodness. Me, I don't like shouters. I don't like people who use too much energy. I like laid back people. For me, there is so much strength in just being calm. So much strength. It's just almost like in physical battles when you're jumping around, like I want to fight, you're swinging your arms, like you're ready to fight, you will lose energy. And the moment the fight starts, you are down, you're on the floor. But you see that one that is tactical, that is planning in his head, that is not talking too much. You see that one? That's the dangerous one, the calm ones. So it was nice. Your video was powerful, but soothing. It made sense. I watched everything, just like Bobby. I love people like the people that have something to offer, people that have something to say, not just let's lick your yash, let's lick your yash. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, let's support. No. People who actually have something to contribute. Not just, we will bully you no matter what. We'll bully you. Oh, you made your children's hair, we'll bully you. Oh, you took them to a jollof restaurant, we'll bully you. Those are just dumb zombies. Those are cows. But people that can sit down and say, okay, this is what I make of it, this, and you're stating facts, you're giving examples, you're not making things up, you're not lying, you're just saying this is what I saw and this is what I think about it. That's social media. You understand? These are people just talking about what they are seeing. There shouldn't be a problem here, honestly, if you really think about these things. But there are people who want to dominate, who don't want you to bring an opposing opinion. They want their own opinion to be law. And that's why you always have conflict, because everybody must have their own opinions. Everybody. That's why I hardly argue. I will not waste my energy. I will say my own. You go and cry over what I said. Go and cry and beat yourself up. Go and post, go and do whatever. But me, I've said my own. But for me to now come and be arguing, because I know that you have your opinion. So I will not be arguing with you. I've said my own. If I was not able to convince you with my own, so be it. I will rest. I will not waste my energy. I will not argue. Because I understand that in this life, no matter what, people will have what they think. And what they think doesn't have to be the same as what I think. There will be peace. Like what you like. Let me dislike what I dislike. It's my business. If I want to like, I like. If I want to dislike, I dislike. It's my own business. It's my cup of tea. Or not? No, it's not on social media. It's everybody's cup of tea. You must like what we like. You must not dislike what we like. Oh, cry babies. That's why me, I just laugh at many of them. That's why I just do my thing at the end of the day, because I'm like, social media, people will just come and talk their nonsense, do their rubbish, and enter house. Nobody's coming to your house to beat you. So why should I be bothered? That's why I just come here, show up, do my thing, enter my house and sleep. Once I go to bed now, till when you see me again. So yeah, Tasmanian, I loved your video. I subscribed, and keep it up. Mm? Come live often, so that we can be getting entertained. eh? Me also, I want to be entertained. I want to be watching lots of lives. Bobby went live, like, I don't know whether a week ago. Up till now, we've not seen Bobby. Bobby, what's happening? Please be coming live. You people should be coming live. Let me too be watching. Eh? Every day is me live. You people will be watching. Ah, blessing. Yeah, that's so true. Bless me too. I want to watch your own. Let me also watch and relax, and also listen to other people's analysis. Hey, people who have sense, who are making sense. People should be coming off from Biko. Well done, girl. Well done. Okay. Who else do we have in the building? What's the time? Okay, I will leave here in the next 5 minutes. Let me go and sleep. Honestly, I need that sleep. I don't complain like this about sleep. I just, even 2 a.m. sometimes, I'm just going. But for me to be mentioning I need to sleep, you should know that. I'm feeling it, and I will get it. Let's see who else is here. Oh, you've not seen the Jollof boy lately. Maybe he's receiving sense. Maybe he saw that this thing is not what I thought. Oh. This thing is just a fine looking, flashy looking exterior, but once you enter, you see that it's empty. Oh, nothing, nothing. Oh. It's begging levels. Begging millionaire. Begging. That person said people are not interested. Oh. It's clout they are chasing. Oh. When they see that people are no more answering them, they'll start to drag their ex. Is that the kind of person you want to be with? Jollof boy. Is that the kind of person that needs her ex-husband? That one has forgotten her. That one has moved on. That one is living his life. But you, the woman, eh? You are still remembering. You are still dwelling. You are still mentioning him. Like, shame, 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 shame. Too much. This shame is too much. Because you took that ex-husband to court for not paying his half of the school fees of your daughter. Now you are refusing to pay half. It doesn't make sense. So honestly, you dragged someone to court for something, and now the person is willingly doing it without even asking you anything, and now you are angry because you don't want to pay. But before, you were eager. He has to pay. I want my child to go to school. My child cannot go to public school. She condemned public schools. I analyzed it. I said, some of the judges, even the judge that will judge this your case, do you know if this judge attended a public school? That you are saying your child must attend that expensive private school. And your ex-husband, he paid for some time. Oh, it's not like he even disagreed with you entirely. Just for peace to reign, this man started to pay. Oh, it was after some payments that he felt like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. He discussed it with you, oh, you this Olosho. But because you are so inconsiderate that it must be your way or the highway, there were other places and other options that you could have put your child, but you insisted. And the guy could not. And he probably was not even needing that daycare like that for that child, because his work is flexible. He can decide, I will stay with my children in the house when they are here. When they go back to their mother, I will do 12 hours shift every day. He can plan his life like that so that he doesn't have to be paying daycare. But you insisted and you took him to court because your sister told you to do so. And some minions, you believed them and you went to court and you came back with shame and disgrace. And he won you in court. They threw you and Ele Crayfish out of court that this man, it's not mandatory because this child has not even reached that age that a child must go to school, which is 6 years old. But she was not 6 at the time. It was just daycare. So you cannot force him to be paying daycare. You cannot. If it's real primary school, yes, he must. But you cannot force him also to go to private school if he cannot afford it. You cannot. When they have public schools that are free. Last, no be public school your pikin can go. Totoyo's the millionaire. Just like every other immigrant, most immigrants, well, some immigrants, they are able to put their children in private schools. I know immigrants that migrated from Nigeria abroad. Their children are in private schools. Even in this Netherlands, there is a lady, a Yoruba lady, she's from Nigeria. Her daughter is going to, I think, a British school. Here, they speak only English there. They only take Dutch as a subject, like you know how you would learn French, how you take French as a subject. But it's just British international school here in Amsterdam. So I know immigrants who put their children. They are not beggars online. No. They possibly are not even millionaires. So they are just hardworking people who have told themselves, we want our children to have this kind of education so that they have their reasons. But you, the millionaire Olosho, the millionaire beggar that condemned public schools, you said, no, my child must go to a private school. What market? Your child, now Jack Conde, your child, they go. Jack Conde. After all the raising shoulder, like you are better than other people. Like you are what? You are nobody. Jack Conde, now your picking Conde go. So what's the difference between you and other people they claim are jealous of you? What's the difference? What? You're not doing anything different. Only begging. That one is what you're doing. You're a beggar. Your degree, your level is even lower than other immigrants we know. Because they don't come shamelessly online to be begging to survive. Look at you at 35 years old bragging that you bought an air fryer with your money. No, you should have bought it with your kpekus. You shouldn't have bought it with your money. You should have used your kpekus so that we would have praised you that, oh, can you imagine at your age, as if it's something special to do for yourself, a woman of 35, bragging that, yes, I did it with my money. Oh, you see the pathetic life you are living. You wish you were just like the real women you see out there. Hello?
Hey, Blessing, how are you doing?
I'm good. You want to?
I just want
Yeah.
Sure, I want to add something.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so I want to address this thing that you just said about people saying that you're jealous, right? So we live in a system, the Western world, where they've created for us a system that tells us to abandon our truth in order to belong. So these people that have these millions of followers, right? It's not like they're millions of sovereign followers. That's exactly what they are. They're sheep. They're choosing belonging over their own authentic truth. They're choosing to shut down their inner truth, their inner voice, in order to belong. Just like when you go into the workplace, you have to shut up, even if you don't agree. Or it goes against your moral standards. You have to shut up in order to keep your job. If you want a man or a woman, you have to shut up in order to belong to the man or the woman.
Yes.
So it's like a constant messaging coming from the media, coming from the job, coming from school. If you speak up and you say something different, then you are abandoned or outcasted, right? It takes a very sovereign and strong individual to go against the grain and go with their gut and their truth. And because you're doing that, the only thing that they can say is that you're jealous. No, you're standing in your sovereignty. You're standing in your truth. You're choosing to stand alone and be truthful rather than belong to a group and shut down your inner truth. And what you're in essence doing is you're shutting down God. You're shutting down love. You're shutting down your authenticity because God is in each of us and it shows up in individual ways. If it can't get to speak the truth through you, then you're in essence quelling the spirit of God in you, right? Your sovereignty. So you may look, they may look and they may see 100 people watching blessing, and then when them go to the other creators, them see 2,000 people. But what people are you willing to trade your authentic voice, your sovereignty
for
to
numbers?
Have 2,000 people watching you?
Absolutely not. 100%.
It's about integrity. Now here's the clicker. Some of them know and they choose to do it anyway. And this is where the Bible is going to come in, where it says, if you're lukewarm, God is going to spew you out of his mouth. You cannot be on both sides of the fence. You have to choose your authenticity or your need to belong to a group. You can't have both. You're going back and forth, you're going to get spewed out. And I say this to say that people need to understand and realize, don't look at numbers. Look at quality. Quality over quantity. Authenticity over giving away your truth. How valuable is your truth to you? How valuable is your voice to you? How valuable is your sovereignty to you? We have enough sheep. More people need to raise up and start being truthful about what they see and what they know, because inside is telling you.
But you can open your mouth to talk.
Yeah, because you don't, first of all, you don't think that you're strong enough or valuable enough to speak your truth. So you shrink down yourself and you become part of a group that's a lie. And you're inevitably setting yourself up for some serious repercussions. Because if you're not serving God, who are you serving? If you're not serving truth and authenticity, then who are you serving? So you hear them talk about God this, God that. Which God are we talking about?
The God of lies.
Because God requires truth, authenticity, and sovereignty. You get what I'm saying? So even her sister knows what's going on. And she chooses to turn a blind eye. She chooses to be a slave. But she can't get out of it now because she already signed the contract with her when they decided to lie. And she cannot even stand up to her anymore because if she decides to stand up, the sister can destroy her.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? So what have you traded for? What have you traded for the money and the followers that you have gotten? What have you traded? And is it worth it?
So this need to belong, this hunger to just want to belong somewhere. You said it's because they are afraid, they don't think they are strong enough to stand on their own. So it means it's weak people who are doing this.
It's obviously weak people, because who is going to come? First of all, at some point in our lives, I think we were all naive at some point, right? Where somebody may have tricked us when we were younger. But as you move through life and you have your experiences and you realize, okay, I need to be more intuitive. I need to not rush into things. I need to trust my inner voice.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So as you move into life, you start to become more wise and truthful and integrous. But when you suffer when you're younger, especially with a thing like poverty, which is just completely, it's such a sickness. You tend to want to sell out your own self just so you don't have to feel that again. You get what I'm saying? But these people that are following her, hopefully she is just a lesson for them. You know, because they just are not following their inner truth.
In exchange,
they're not following it.
In exchange for followers and
exactly. And so people like you that speak your truth, that may not have a fraction of the amount, they're saying, oh, she must be doing something wrong because this person has X amount of followers. But they need to use their intuition to see, and is it doing her any good? Maybe the voice of God is you telling her, turn around, redirect, you're doing this wrong. It doesn't do you any good if you have a bunch of people around you all the time telling you you're doing right, you're keep going. If you don't have one person that's telling you, okay, that's not good, don't do that, you're not living any life. Somebody has to hold you accountable. You know what I'm saying? So don't even pay them any mind when they talk about jealous. They are jealous because they are not able to stand in their own truth.
Amen.
To speak their truth. Yeah. They are the slaves. And they're always going to call out people that are not slaves because of their inability to stand in their truth, their integrity, and their authenticity.
Wow. Amazing.
And that's what I wanted to say.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
You're welcome.
Wow, that's true. Oh God. Wow, thank you. That was a strong one. And yeah, that's also a nice way to end the video. Food for thought. Me, I already know this. I already know. You understand. And that's why I'm so secure in myself, in what I do. And I can't be shaken just by rubbish, by people that I know that, one, I'm stronger than, and two, I have more integrity. Three, I'm not pushed aside left or right by, oh my God, because I want to make it, oh my God, because I need to make money, oh my God, because I need followers. No. If it's going to cost me followers, if it's going to cost me pages, so be it. And I'm sure many of you have witnessed that over the years, that me, I can't be bothered. I will know that this thing will bring down my page, I will do it. That's what will give me satisfaction. The satisfaction I will get from doing it is higher than the regret or pain that you might think will come from losing a page. The kick for me is the satisfaction and the knowledge that I've done the right thing. I've done what I needed to do. And that supersedes anything virtual. What is a page? A page that I will just sit. I even have a page on standby. I have a page now on standby. If, let's say, all my pages vanish on Facebook, there is a page I can start going live now, because the new rule of Facebook is the page must be 60 days old before you can go live. The page is over 60 days old. So I'm already prepared, like, for you to know that. I know people have run away, like, oh my God, I lost the page. So they go. They don't even, they just be like, no. And me, I don't see a page as that important. As long as I have a voice, my voice is stronger than multiple pages. You can create a page in 1 second. It's just a plus button, just one button, plus, create. You put the name, your page is standing. So why should, oh, okay, this one has 1 million followers, this one has 10 million, 10,000, this one has 100. It's still a page. What matters to you is your voice. All those followers, they are not you. What is you is your voice. So as long as you have that, that's what you should stand on. That's how I see things. The followers will come when they will come. And if they don't come, as long as my voice is there, I'm doing what I need to do, I'm good. So yeah, that's a good message from the sister that called. Yeah, so the weak ones, unfortunately, I don't think I can help you. I can only continue to talk, do my own thing. And yeah, everybody was not created strong. Everybody was not created to be a leader. Some people are just natural ships. They just have to be followers. They just have to follow a leader and bow down because, like the lady said, some of them don't just think they are strong enough to stand on their own, to do something valuable or meaningful in this world. They always need to attach themselves, hide under something or someone they think is higher and bigger than them because they don't feel secure or confident in themselves to just be their own person, their own unique true self. They are not. They don't even know who they are. They don't know. They can tell you who someone else is. They can tell you what they think someone else is. They can tell you what they think of their master. They can regurgitate what they believe their master has experienced. But ask them who they are. They cannot even express. They don't know who they are. So how do you want them to stand on their own? To be doing what on their own? To be doing what? They are clueless. They don't know what to do with themselves. But some of us, it is what it is. What you see is what you get. So yeah, that's life. And that's why I really don't take so many things so seriously, especially with this social media of a thing. I just do my thing and I go home. But the truth must always be spoken. Truth must always be told, whether someone likes it or not. If you don't like it, please go to bed and cry in your bed. But the fact that you don't like it doesn't mean people will stop telling their truth. You come and tell your own lie. Let the people who want to tell their truth tell their truth. It's as simple as that. Oh my God, I'm still hearing the sleep in my voice. So I'm just going to leave it here. Unfortunately, I cannot read all of the comments, but I thank all of you for being here. I think Bobby's going live later. That's, I think it's in 3 hours time thereabout, which will be like 3 a.m. Yeah, like here. So I'll be sleeping then, but I'll try to watch the replay. So you guys, if it's still morning afternoon where you are, just hang on. Bobby's coming. And yeah, I'll see you guys when next I come. But this sleep, I need it. And possibly tomorrow, I might still need tomorrow to sleep. But if I have enough energy, I'll come live. Otherwise, you'll see me on Saturday. So thank you all for being here. Go ahead and follow this account, this YouTube page, channel. Subscribe, share this video. Continue to spread that your truth that nobody wants to hear. Some people don't want to hear. Just continue. Don't be silenced. Don't go arguing with people that you will never change their minds. You will never educate them. Just leave them alone in their stupidity. There is no need to waste your time and energy and emotions on people that are already lost in life. They are just lost. They don't even know where they belong. They don't know, they are just existing. Don't waste your time. Just stay where you know that, this is your kind of people, like-minded. They understand you, you understand them, and just it's better you are there, but continue to speak your truth, yeah, and continue to be your true, authentic self. So thank you again. Thank you to my caller. Thank you to everybody here. Thanks for your comments and share the video if you can. And I'll see you guys soon. Have a good day. Thank you once again and bye.